Hey, what's going on, Daryl? This is Jack here with Rocket Ship SEO. Pleasure talking to you over the phone just a few hours ago. So here's that video analysis that I promised to have you. So what I want to do here in the video analysis is basically go over exactly where your website is, analyze one of your competitors and see exactly where they're at, and what we need to do to basically replicate them because they're doing well, as well as what we need to do a couple of steps further than them so we can rank higher than them for the various keywords we want to go after, as well as how we're going to implement doing that moving forward. All right, so without further ado, let me go get started. The first thing I did was I used Ahrefs. Ahrefs is a really good tool for SEO marketers to look at the metrics of a website from an SEO perspective and see where the website is at. And so what I can see right off the bat is you have a decent amount of URDR backlinks and referring domains. And and in case you didn't know what a referring domain backlink is, it's basically any website out there that links back to your website via hyperlink. Actually, I have a feeling you know your backlinks because we talked about this, and you do have that top level SEO knowledge. And so what we need to do is what I want to show you real quick is the number of referring domains that dipped from here around October 27th, 2017, and where it kind of dropped off and all those referring domains fell off down to November 28th. 2017, you'll see here between October and November, there's a direct correlation between the amount of traffic they were getting for the website and the number of referring domains that dropped. So you know how right here their referring domains dropped between October and November. Look at what happened to that organic traffic as soon as those referring domains fell off. So October to November, boom. You'll see that the traffic completely has a direct correlation between how many referring domains they had and the amount of traffic that was going to their website. So you can know right off the bat, clearly looking at the website, there's a direct correlation about the number of backlinks that the website has and the traffic that was going to the website. And so that's essentially what we need to do. We need to go out there and make sure that we continue to get more placements and more backlinks and things like that to your website so that we can really start building the authority back up again to where it was at, so we can start claiming the traffic where it was at before here back in like October and November. Definitely doable for us. It's just one of those things that obviously an SEO company needs to make sure that they do to clean up the website. I like the title tag. It looks good. Hoboken condos for sale and Hoboken apartments for rent. You're going after two keywords, and then you have the domain name right here, so that's really clean. Let me look at your anchors and see what I can find. So your anchor text distribution is basically, we don't want to have too much exact match domains and things like that pointing to the website, or else you might be flagged by Google as having an unnatural anchor text ratio. Nowadays, what I highly recommend doing is about 90 to 95% of your links that are pointing to the home page need to be straight up brand and naked URL links. The reason being is that's how exactly the larger big brand websites like Facebook, Realtor, Zillow, and all those different websites. If you look at their anchor text distribution, you'll see that most of their website links, their backlinks to the homepage are brand names, and we want to replicate that. So we can show Google that this is an authoritative website and it has a very natural anchor text profile. If you have too many links, and this is something that I run into a lot when I pick up a client, when you have too many links that are the exact match domain or the keywords that you want to go after pointing to the website and it's unnatural, it makes the SEO effort that we do a lot harder to actually rank you, because Google's like, hey, this is an unnatural anchor text ratio, and we're never going to give you the credit, the full credit that we're doing for your SEO, because it's just unnatural, and we're never going to be able to claim those rankings that we want to go after. So what I can see is right off the bat, the most of your referring domains are pointing to right here, Liberty Real Estate, Hoboken Real Estate, and so this is actually kind of a branded keyword. But the one problem is that there is a partial match for the keyword right here, Hoboken Real Estate and Hoboken Condos. Now I understand that that's part of the title tag, which makes it a lot better than if you were to just add this without the title tag, having these kind of keywords in there. But ideally, we want more of this kind of thing. We want naked URLs and Liberty Realty, and so that's the kind of thing that I'd be pushing for a lot, especially at first, so then we can really make the branded and the naked URL a lot higher percentage of your referring domains and your anchor text. That's really going to help jumpstart your links and things like that. This is something that I've tested time and time again, and especially is working more and more as more updates are coming out. And this is the kind of thing that Google's looking for, and I know that it works, and that's absolutely what we're going to do for this website as well. All right. So here's some of the keywords that the website currently ranks for. So you'll see Janet Lupo. I assume that's like one of the agents. Hoboken apartment rentals, definitely an absolutely good keyword that we want to go after. Realty Hoboken, Hoboken rental apartments, and that kind of thing. And you'll see that actually we're on the top of the first page for a lot of these keywords, which, or I'm sorry, second page for a lot of these keywords. And and we're just right at that cusp where as soon as we hit that first page, as I was talking to you on the phone, that's when we're going to see that influx of traffic, and you're going to see a lot more people visiting the website and reaching out and getting leads and things like that through the website organically. And so that's the kind of thing that we're at. We're just at the cusp of it, and we just need to make sure that we do the SEO for it, so then we can really start building the authority to it, and then really start pushing these links that are or these keywords that are on the top of the second page to the first page, right? So let me go back. The one thing that I do want to highlight as well on this page on the organic keywords tab is that you'll see that most of the keywords that we're currently ranking for, all these keywords, is actually one of your inner pages. This page right here, libertyrealty.com/rental/Hoboken cities. So this is actually the page that ranks for a lot of the keywords, which is great because it's actually the listings page, and people can immediately go on here and then they can enter their filters and whatever they need to look at these different various condos that they can potentially purchase or rent. And that's actually really good news, but the one thing that we're going to run into is being overcooked for various keywords for one page. Let me hop over to one of your competitors that's really a local. Some of your biggest competitors in this niche are like your big real estate websites like Zillow and Realtor.com and a couple of other ones. And so this is one of the actual local ones that are actually doing it in the tri-state and that kind of thing. And let me show you. So you can see right here, they have 183 referring domains, which is right in line with basically where Liberty Realty is. The 340, you guys actually have more referring domains than they do, but they have a ton more keyword organic traffic. And let me explain why. So let me hit the organic keywords tab so you can see exactly what kind of keywords they're ranking for and what pages that they're actually ranking for as well. And so for living on the Hudson, you'll see that they rank for these things like Crystal Point, Jersey City, Canco Condos, Portofino, Jersey City, 45 River Drive South, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of these kinds of keywords that are generic, which isn't necessarily very specific targeted keywords. So these ones that you currently rank for, like Hoboken Apartments, they're a lot more buyer intent keywords, but the fact that they have a lot more traffic is because they specifically are capturing a lot of these general keywords that don't have a lot of competition. So not a lot of SEO companies are optimized for that. And you can see this because the keyword difficulty is basically on a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being the hardest. They virtually have no competition. Now, what I want to highlight on this right now, though, is the kind of inner pages that they've built out specifically targeting these keywords. So check this out. So you see Crystal Point, Jersey City. You'll see living on the Hudson. You see condo Crystal Point. And so for this one, Dixon Mills, you'll see condo Dixon Mills, Galaxy Towers, Galaxy Towers. So what they've essentially done is they built out a bunch of these inner pages specifically targeting the various keywords that have to do with the locations around the tri-state area. And so you see Gulls Cove, Maxwell Place, Liberty Terrace. Each of these all specifically target a lot of these kind of keywords. So Crystal Point Condos, Crystal Point. Trump Plaza, Trump Tower, New Jersey, Liberty Terrace right here. So you see that this is how they're actually ranking it. How they're basically hacking the system in the way that, just like how I was explaining how if you want to rank for the specific address when someone pulls it up, I was explaining to you how you want to build out a page that specifically has that keyword in your URL and actually has that website on there. What happens is Google gives you a ton of credit nowadays when you actually have the specific keyword in your URL. And that's essentially what we want to do. So let's say that we want to build out some keywords, and I'll do my homework, obviously, if we pick you up as a client in terms of what kind of keywords we want to rank for, get the most optimal set, and I'll send it your way so that the client can look at it and make sure that these are the keywords we want to go after. And then once we grab that keyword set, what I want to do is I actually want to build out a page that specifically has that keyword in there. So let's say that we wanted to actually go after apartments for rent in Hoboken, NJ. What I want to do is I actually want to build out a inner page that literally says apartments for rent in Hoboken, New Jersey. Now, it can be in the form of a tag that actually has that kind of keyword in there, but that's going to be huge in terms of ranking you for those keywords because it has that very specific keyword in your URL, and Google can pick up on that and then recognize that that's the page that we want to target for the keyword that we want to go after. And so that's the kind of thing that I would recommend on top of that thing that we were talking about, making sure that you have an inner page with the specific address on the URL so that you can rank for that when someone types in that specific address on there. So then that's a huge value added that you can bring to your client at Liberty Realty. And so that's the kind of thing that I can see right off the bat that we need to take advantage of, along with the authority building that we're going to be doing with the backlinks and things like that. And that's going to be huge. But the good news, like I said, man, is just we are so close on the cusp of really blowing this back up. And I think what happened was basically these were ranking on the first page, but over time with referring domains dropping, our rankings also dropped over that period. And so we just need to revamp this and just kind of kick off our SEO again. And then you're going to be able to provide huge value to your SEO clients because they're going to be like, whoa, and in a little bit bit of in just a few months, we're able to get back to exactly where we're at and really just taking this to the next level. Because I guarantee, even with the SEO work that was done before in the past, they don't have the amount of expertise and the skill set that we do to really build up your business and really blow up your SEO, because we're extremely good at what we do. And real estate is something that we have a lot of familiarity in, and we have a lot of clients that we have that do real estate that we can that we've done really good work for, and so they're very happy with their services. And so that's kind of thing that I can see. I think the website is really clean. And you got your filter right here, and you've got your search box and your search sign in and sign up page. That's good. Call us. This is a click to call number, I hope. And if not, okay, so it pulls up your offices. Okay. Yeah, so I would look into that. You know, the other thing I'd want is this contact us. I actually would recommend you actually have it on a sidebar right here, or on the homepage somewhere where they can fill out like a quick form, like have a question, question mark, and then like a quick email, number, name, and comment. And because not a lot of people are comfortable actually reaching out to a office and calling that number, but a lot more people are comfortable with actually just going to this form, something like this, and just filling it out, and then you reaching out to them at your convenient time. Now, obviously, in terms of conversion rates, once you get this contact form, ideally you want to train your client and let them know they want to reach out to them as soon as possible. So when this email hits, you want to make sure that their phone gets lit up, and then they actually see that a lead came in, because statistically, and from what we've seen with working with our clients, if you reach out to them within a couple of minutes, I know it's kind of a stretch, a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, the conversion rate just shoots up and skyrockets, even compared to reaching out to them like 5-6 hours later, or a day or a couple of days later. And so that's the kind of thing that I would train your client to think about moving forward, because that's going to really help in conversion rates, right? Because at the end of the day, you know, who cares about how much traffic is going to the website if it's not actually converting into leads and sales, right? And so that's kind of what the kind of thing that we focus here at Rocket Ship SEO, because you know, we don't make money. Well, I mean, we technically do, but you know, we don't really help our clients with the marketing efforts that we do unless they themselves are at the bottom line bringing more business and more sales to their business, right? And so that's the kind of thing that I encourage you to look at them and train them. And so that's the kind of thing that I can see. I'll wrap it up here. There's a lot of other homework that we need to do besides this. Now, I have a workflow. Let me see if I can actually pull that up for you. You know what? I'm not going to show it to you, but basically I have because obviously I don't want to just want you to sit here and just like watch me try and pull this up. But basically we have this workflow of how, as soon as we intake a client, we have a number of setups that we do to actually like go through the workflow and exactly set up the client with exactly what they're looking for. So we have, what we do is, now I don't know if you're going to be like white labeling the SEO services to us and or through you, so then you would be the one that would be doing the client management and the retention and things like that, or if we be handling that. But how we do it is we have like a monthly report where basically they get a report with like Ahrefs rankings, as well as the keyword terms that we're going after in their thing. So we use ProRank Tracker, and that actually updates the keywords every 24 hours. So it's a really good tool, and they have their own custom login that they can use to actually look at their keyword metrics, because what we do is when we land a client, we set up all the keywords that they want to go after in this tracking tool, and then we actually build out the and then we give them a custom URL that they can actually log into at any time and look at their metrics and live status, so that they can look at the rankings every 24 hours being changed and things like that. So then they have something to look at and see that we are doing positive work for them. And so actually, let me just show you this. I lied. I was able to pull this up. So we have the intake form where basically as soon as we bring in a client, we get the information. So like the web hosting login, the register login, we want the website login, obviously, any social profiles they have so that we can optimize it. Now in this case, I know it was 301 from the old website, Liberty Real Estate to Liberty Realty. So we want to make sure that all those social profiles are linking to the correct website moving forward. And then we come up with this nice SEO plan of attack. So we do our keyword research, obviously. We do the on-page SEO. So if we need to clean up any meta descriptions, any meta titles that are duplicate, we want to clean that up. Any site speed issues, any site maps, indexing, and schema markup, that kind of thing is some of the biggest usually kind of the problem areas that we can clean up that does a lot for in terms of our SEO. And then keyword mapping. Basically, goes back to what I was talking about earlier, where after we figure out exactly what keyword set we want to go after, I want to make sure that I focus on exactly the page that we want to rank for that keyword. So if we want to go after like Hoboken real estate, New Jersey, I want to make sure that we have a specific page that we want to rank for that keyword, and then we want to map that keyword out so we really have a full kosher keyword plan of attack that we want to go after along with our SEO work that we're doing. In the backlinking strategy, obviously, we want to figure out exactly how the anchor text is going to be built, the link velocity, at which rate we're going to do based on the budget that we're working with and that kind of thing. And then what we do is we build out that complete client folder on our end so we can keep track of all that stuff. We add it to ProRank Tracker, obviously what I talked about. Take snapshots of the Ahrefs so we can look at this where we're at first, and then where we're at every month so then they can take a look at it. And usually what I do is actually after I send a report out, a few days later I call them and just say, hey, just wanted to see if you got the report, see what you think, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, this is where we're at, this is what we're doing. And so then people understand that we're not just like taking the money and just running off with it. We're actually doing consistent work month to month, and we're doing everything in the best of our abilities to make sure that they rank for all the keywords we want to go after. All right, and then obviously, and then we build that that report out as soon as we land them, and then we send out. And then we send out the report out to the client so they can see, hey, okay, this is our plan of attack. These are the keywords we want to go after. These are the pages that we're going to build out for that. This is the backlinking strategy. And so all of that is all laid out so then they can actually see it from the get-go. And so there's no confusion where they come back to us later and be like, hey, what have you been working on? We're like, hey, we have this. This is what we've been doing. This is the exact plan of attack we've been doing. And then obviously, and then we have our SEO guy that goes ahead and starts doing the work for them. And so that's the kind of thing that we do. I'm not going to actually show you the timeframes that I'm expecting on the video here. I'll actually do that in the email. And so that you have the pricing that we're looking at as well as the time frame that I can look at based on previous experience that we've done for previous SEO clients and where we're at with yours website and what kind of estimations that we can look. They're actually really accurate in terms of it because I'm very realistic in it. I don't just say, hey, within the first month, you're going to rank for all these on the first page. I'm very realistic about where your website is, how much authority is built on it, where your competition is at, and what we need to do to rank it. So as long as we're in time in terms of the website, having all the necessary SEO elements, like I talked about, like building out those individual pages, we're going to be in line in terms of our ranking estimations and things like that. All right, and so that's it. I'll wrap it up here, man. I appreciate it. If you watch this video all the way through, I hope at the very least you got some insight out of this, and I really look forward to working with you, Daryl, because we do really good work for our real estate clients, and we know we're very knowledgeable in this space, and we just do good work. All right, so I appreciate it. If you have any questions about this, obviously you can call me back. Obviously we're going to be talking tomorrow, but you can call me back at any time. You have my office number here as well as my email, so we can chat via email as well. All right, thanks, man. I appreciate it.